Oh, good morning. So it's the 25th, February 25th, like 9:13 this morning. So we're heading north from Waco. Stayed in Waco last night. The first Army Corps of Engineers campground I've ever stayed at. It's kind of funny because one of you guys, Alan, you mentioned that you stay there. I'd never stayed at one before, and honestly, they were the only place that had tent camping. Even though their tent sites were closed, they let me use a RV site. So I've got a access pass for the national park, so it cost me $12, and it was actually a pretty nice facility, except for the bathroom. Bathroom just needs some attention, but it is what it is. So it's kind of beautiful and kind of cloudy in a beautiful different way. And that's whatever. We get rained on, We're leathered up and got the heated vest on. It's kind of chilly out. It's in the mid-50s if I remember right. I don't know. So, but good day. So we're 2,377 miles for the week. And the goal is 2,400 miles per week. I've been running more than that. I'm going to end up running more than that today, because it's 205 miles from where I was to where I'm going. So we'll end up another 2,500 mile week, which isn't a bad thing, since next week, or after next week rather, I'm going to be taking, about a day and a half of distance riding off. I'll still ride every day. I may not ride Trinity every day. I need to ride my other two bikes, keep them, from getting leaks by sitting and all that, and, move the tires around and stuff. So that's probably what I'll do. But, those miles don't count towards the trip anyway. So, I don't want to just be running around town and taking care of stuff on Trinity, racking miles up that really don't, aren't towards the trip. So it works out. So I'll get to Yuma on March 8th. I think I'm going to go to Tombstone March 7th. Hang out there. I love Tombstone, one of my favorite places to go. Arizona is my favorite place to be. There's just so many awesome places, so many awesome things to see. The desert is just majestic to me. It's calming, it's surreal, it's cool. So I took a stop motion video of the sunset over the lake last night, Lake Waco, which is a huge lake, man. It's pretty cool. The campground I was at looked right over it. So you should be seeing that stop motion video right now. And there's two things I wanted to talk about on that video. You'll notice if you watch, the winds will shift direction and they'll move the clouds. The clouds will be going one way, and then they'll cut and they'll go the other way, and then they'll start going the other way. And life is the same way. Our life shifts, our life changes. We grow, we get stronger, or at least hopefully. Sometimes we go backwards or regress a little bit, but we grow, we get stronger. And it's the same thing. That strength causes us to realize, oh, I can do this. So you do that, and your path changes. Or it can be this way. So you make the positive change. Hopefully, going for positive changes, learning and growing. All right. I'm glad he's busy. I don't need to run in with a Texas officer. But so that was the first thing. If you watch the clouds on that video, it's you can see, like I said, a shift. It kind of it comes towards you, and then it goes to the left as you look at the screen, and then it starts coming towards you again. It's weather. It's cool. So, but like I said, that made me think of the changes in life that we have, and growing, and changing our path. We hit certain things. Certain things happen in life, good or bad, and they change our path, hopefully for the better. You can have bad things influence your life in a positive way. For years and years and years, I was bitter against my first ex-wife. And then I grew, and I realized that, it wasn't an optimal situation, but I've changed for the better. And then I got divorced a second time. I never wanted to be divorced once, let alone a second time. And again, I was pissed off at the world, and I was pissed off at myself. I knew I hadn't been the best husband, but I realized that it's 50-50, but I got treated as I did everything wrong. And it is what it is. But it made me a stronger person in every aspect, I hadn't learned some lessons from my first divorce that I needed to, basically. So, I like to repeat my mistakes. I won't do that again, I can promise you that. My amazing girlfriend knows that. She's never been married, and she's content with that. She's good with it. We get time together. We have each other in our lives. I get to see her soon. That makes me excited. I get to see the kiddos soon. That makes me even more excited. Spend some time with them and some family and friends and some loved ones. So, but had I not been divorced twice, I would have never met her, and we wouldn't have the life we have now. So, like I said, a negative situation can cause positive growth in your life. The second thing I noticed in the video, off to the right at the beginning of the video, in the middle, you can see some headlights here and there going down the highway, and no big deal. But as it gets darker out, you'll start to see an actual street light at the corner of the bridge that is in that video, and that light gets brighter and brighter. So then it gets completely dark, and all of a sudden, bam, there's this bright light. And at first when I saw it, I was like, man, this video is perfect except for that light. And then it dawned on me, sometimes we need other people to help light our path. Sometimes we need other resources to help light our path. We can't always do it on our own. It's just the way it is. So, if somebody's trying to help you, maybe they don't know exactly how to help, but they're still trying to be a light in your path. They're still trying to be a beacon for you to go to, so kind of pay attention to that. Remind yourself that sometimes, even if you don't want something in something, like in this case, I didn't want that light in my video. I was kind of upset, like, oh man, this video is perfect, now it's ruined. And now I realize the value behind that. I realized that, that's actually kind of awesome. But I had to look at it that way. I had to look from the other perspective. I had to realize that, that light is there for a reason. That light is doing a job. It's lighting someone's path. So, okay, like I said, remember. So that's it. That's what I take from the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy today. I'm going to get up to Paris, Texas today, and I'm going to see Broadway, whom I met while riding about a year and a half ago on a long ride I went on with some other amazing people. And in the end, we're going to have lunch, and then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to go. I'll be ahead for mileage, not only for the week, but for the trip. And I got to figure out where I'm going for the next few days. So after lunch, once they leave, I'll probably stay wherever we get lunch at, and sit down, and I'll have figured out where I'm going. Obviously, you guys will be seeing this video after I've done all that. So hopefully by now, I have posted where I'm going to be going next and where the next route is. I have to be at Cajun Harley Davidson in Lafayette, Louisiana on the 2nd, on Friday the 2nd. I'll have my first radio interview there. One of the local stations has got some questions for me and stuff, which is kind of cool. We're gonna use a tool to get the masses informed about this suicide epidemic that we have in the United States. It's the 10th leading cause of death. We can do far, far better. Second leading cause of death for college students. Third leading cause of death for 14 to 25-year-olds. So, I think we can do better through love and respect and teaching people. So they're going to help me out with that. And then on the 3rd, Saturday in the morning at Cajun Harley Davidson is their hog ride, or their dealership ride. So we're going to go on a ride. I'm going to talk to a bunch more people. So thank you, Cajun Harley Davidson, for setting that up. They reached out to me a month and a half ago or so. We had a little bit of planning go on, and this is what we got. So it's a good deal. And then I'm going to beeline back to San Diego. So like I said, I'll be in Tombstone on the 7th. I do know that. I'll be in Yuma on the 8th. That'll be a short day, the ride on the 8th, just about 380 miles or so. And then I'll figure out between Lafayette and Tombstone where I'm going to be between there. I'm going to kind of do some long days. If weather permits, I'll zigzag across so that I can make up some miles, since I won't really be riding the 9th, 10th, and I'll only be riding a half a day on the 11th. Or maybe I'll stay. I don't know. We'll see. So, and then from there I'll be in Coachella. Coachella Valley has a walk on March 24th. So those of you in San Diego area, if you want to make that drive, I hear it's beautiful up in Coachella. I've never been there. So this will be a first for me. But obviously they have the Coachella Festival there, every year too. So obviously there's something to see. So that's some of the dates. I'm trying to get better at posting where I'm going to be, other than just the events. It's a learning curve for me, so bear with me. I appreciate it. But remember, you are loved. You have value. You have purpose. Let's go find it. Okay? Get out there. Have a great day. Looks like we're getting out of this rainstorm. It's going to be an awesome day. Look at all that. We're going to ride through all that later. So have a good one.